Well, hey there. Welcome to the Wendling Farms YouTube channel. Kind of been raining on and off in spots. Just hasn't amounted to anything. Just enough to keep us from cutting beans. We had switched over, started shucking corn yesterday afternoon. We were in the field for about an hour, and then a pop-up shower showed up and soaked us. So we didn't get much done yesterday. I think we're gonna be switching back over at some point today so we can cut some beans. I need to fix this on my Draper head. This is all screwed up because combine operator went to go hook up this head, got a hold of this bolt here, bent this out, kind of screwed it up. And when I'm talking about the combine operator, that would be me. So I screwed this up. It still works, just not like it should. This should go up pretty easy, and it's not going up at all. And then the spring should hold it back down on top of the arm that latches right here to hold this head on your feeder house. Boo! Are you getting anything figured out in here?
Yeah, there's they changed it in 23, I think. Nobody's figured it out.
Well, you're SOL. He's trying to figure out how he can keep his truck from locking all the doors automatically, because he doesn't like how when he puts it in park they don't automatically unlock. He's been going through the radio trying to figure out all of his settings, and well, it doesn't sound like it went too well. So now you're detailing?
Well, I'm putting a California duster to work. Have you seen one of these babies work? Can you see all that dust?
Yeah.
Watch this.
I use one on my combine.
See that right
windows.
there? Watch this. It's all gone.
This is not an ad, folks. But if the California dash duster people are watching, I wish it was.
Yeah. Definitely moved.
Well, the spring doesn't work on it. The spring's supposed to hold pressure down on the arm that's on the combine, but the spring doesn't work.
Put a bungee cord on it.
I could put a bungee cord on it, but I think it'll be okay. At least I got it all straightened up and a little bit better. Still a little damp out here. Are my windows clean? The world's best glass cleaner. I sure love nice clean windows. Alright, it's time to shell some corn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm having a little problem here with my rear work lights. It says the line's disconnected and the unload tube light is disconnected. That's a new one. VT, let's get this baby out of road mode. You know, I thought I turned that off. I don't like that noise. Settings, disable alarms. Now why don't you stay like that, because I don't want to hear that noise. You probably can't see it on the camera, but right there where I'm pointing, there's two corn rows that are really close together. So that means Dad didn't turn the planter around perfect on this end here, and I'm gonna line myself up with his planter marks so that whenever we finish up this land, it'll either be 8 rows or 12 rows to pick. You know, I can also go on this iPad. You can see I'm lined up perfect. When you find a bulk row like that, it's kind of relieving. It's like, whew, well, that was easy. I'm checking the fuse chart here because I have a wiper that doesn't work, and then and I wanted to see about these working lights. Fuse number 74 is for the working lights, and fuse number 16 is the wiper motor. 15 amp fuse for the work lights, blown. Let's check the wiper motor. 6 down, it's the only 15 amp fuse right here. Okay, the fuse for the wiper is fine. So why don't I put that in the work light spot, if I can remember where that is. Ha! There it is. Okay, the work lights now work. Uh-oh. We've got it again. Must have a short in the wiring somewhere. We've got a spot where we had a row that wasn't quite planting very good. And I just wanted to show you the size of the cracks in the ground. Can you believe that? That just shows you how dry we really are. Unbelievable. We came out here and we used a 1-row planter. It did work, but the population must have been a little thin. I don't even think we can blame it on the population with that 1-row planter. You should have seen that thing we were using. It was a walk behind push planter, and we didn't have any speed tubes on that planter, so the spacing's kind of iffy going through here. Hurry up and wait. We've almost got this field knocked out. Dad and I are making our last passes here in this field. We're gonna pack everything up, head to the farm, fill up with fuel, DEF, blow out the filters. Then we're gonna go try to cut some beans. This head here looks like a monster compared to that 12-row corn head. I can't believe there's still some green leaves in these beans. Green stems, holy cow. They're gonna thresh nice. It had a pop to it. I'm guessing they're 12–13%. Oh yeah, let's roll. And there he goes. Well, been pretty slow going here. The beans are testing about 13.5 to the elevator. It's a lot of green stems. These beans just don't ripen up anymore. Dad's having a little bit of an issue with his Draper head. When we first got that Draper head a few years ago, I'm trying to remember how many years it was now, 3 maybe? There was a problem with the center feed drum, and it was something with the slip clutch. It was all screwed up. It was under warranty. They took care of it, but I fought it all season long. It would slug the feeder house so many times in a day. Long story short, we're having the same problem again. So somebody's going to come out in the morning and take a look at it. It gets pretty annoying getting in and out of the cab to unslug it when the actual combine itself is not slugged up. It's just the Draper head's fault. I made a lot of trips in and out of the cab that season. It's almost 6 o'clock. The elevator closes at 7.
Life is good, the grass is green, the good Lord's smiling on you and me.
Well, it's the next day here. We're gonna head over to the field, start filling up combines, doing our morning service. Come back a little bit. Whoa, forward. Whoa, got it. A little damp this morning. patches of fog everywhere.
Daily routine.
Yep. Need to check over a lot of sickle sections and replace the ones that are dull, because these darn beans are so green stemmed. You need some sharp sickles to get through them. About to wear the tires out on this Thunder Creek, Dad. Figured out my light problem on the combine.
What was it?
Back right light.
The one that I plugged in there this morning?
Yep, the one that has the
blowing
rusty,
the fuses, yeah.
The rusty moisture in it. Every time that thing gets plugged in, it blows a fuse.
But the other light's fine?
Yep. So we've decided we're just gonna rip the whole sickle out of this Draper head and put in a new one. Holy cow.
I mean, just look how all of them just don't have any sharpness to them anymore.
How are you even cutting beans with this thing? So we're gonna start things off by coming over here where the sickle drives. You just take it apart right here,
yeah,
and the whole thing should just slide right out. Need a little penetrating oil. Oh, we're missing something. Here's the good stuff.
You definitely have to have gloves on.
So our local dealer's out here this morning working on the 30-foot Draper head, and it doesn't sound too good. I don't know exactly what's going on with that Draper head. Sounds like one of the main shafts that drives the center drum is kind of sliding around, kind of coming in and out. It shouldn't have any play at all. It should be solid, and it's just kind of floating around in there. The slip clutch, something's going on with the slip clutch, and there's a service bulletin for that head. The problem is I don't know when we can get parts. The mechanics are heading up to the store. They're gonna rob a slip clutch off a Draper head that's sitting up there. They're gonna rob some parts off of it to get us going. That'll be nice. And I got a headache. Not a good way to start the day off. Feed rate has control of the combine. I don't think we're ever gonna reach 4 miles an hour, but that's what I got it set on. Usually run about 2.5 to 3 miles an hour in the less green stemmed areas, and then when you get into some greener stuff, it'll back her down to about 2.5. I like feed rate control, but when I have it on, this is what I feel like I do in the cab. So I'm gonna go into my automation menu here, sensitivity. Feed rate sensitivity, medium. Why don't we put that to low? See what that does. We are maximizing our efficiency with feed rate. So here you can change your strategy for feed rate. You can do best grain quality, performance, max throughput, fixed throughput. And here's your description on all that. Performance is what I like to run it on. My target max engine load set at 115. Probably should back that down just a little bit. That's pretty aggressive. And then 4 mile an hour. Whoa, see that? Just about stopped us there. Stopped us fast enough to shift the grain in the grain tank, tell us we're 3/4 full. Here's all your ranges for automation. So for every combine setting, you set a range. So like for your rotor speed, I have mine from 600 to 710. Probably could up that just a little bit. Kind of like, I don't know, 780. Whoops. Okay. I've got my concave tightened up here pretty good just because of all the green stems and stuff going through the combine. Look who's rolling now. New slip clutch must have taken care of it. I don't know if that shaft's still a problem or not. I don't know anything. All I know is he's rolling. Little rider cup going on.
What do you think? Check
The Shambo for birdie.
No, let's no.
Get in the hole. Oh, he left it short.
Started moving right away.
Well, we switched over to a new field, and it's been pretty uneventful in here for making content. I would rather it be uneventful because if there's something crazy going on, usually it's because something's broke down. So let's just keep it this way. We're moving right along. So far we've had a really good day cutting beans. It's time to unload, so let's get the auger out. We're in a pretty tough situation here because we're waiting on a train, but after that train passes, there's one behind it that's parked. Well, we got lucky, the train's moving. It stopped there because another one was coming and the timing was perfect, so that one went by, and here we are. Well, folks, that's all the bean cutting we're gonna do today. Well, that does it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please don't forget to smash that subscribe. A lot of you viewers watch, but you don't subscribe, and it's free to be a subscriber, so go ahead and click that button. Drop a comment down below. Everybody take care, and we'll see you later.